Ready, yellow lady. It's a party now. It's a party now.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Watch the slant. 45. Here we go. 45. Watch the backer. Sammy. Finds the mic. Here we go. Good on.
Here's Breeze. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready, yellow lady. Right there. 54 Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Shift. Kill. Sweet con, 132 fighter.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
Go.
Breeze now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. 47. Hey, 66. 47, Mike. 47.
Brady now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunks. plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wait 20. Mike's 56. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Sugar. 53's
To throw again. Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens.
And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
For this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Breeze now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he's going to go down again. Devin White, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. passes right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady, and this is caught by Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert flare.
Check it, reload.
Switch. He's coming. Double up.
Alert.
He's coming. Double up.
72.
Check three. Check it back.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
7's the mic. 47.
From the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Look, there he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this round.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Kamara trying the right side, and that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting.
I'm going to run you over.
Easy, opposite. Ready, back.
Throwing now is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, echo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Rip left.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Complete to Bryant. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Another example right there how they're winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that?
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this 1st half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, is still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, kill. Hey, easy.
45.
You ain't got nothing.
Now Breeze.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
11.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Here we go.
54. I got you.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You ready?
Right there. 54 Mike.
13.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ready? Yellow waiting. 53.
You can't block me.
Go.
On 1st down, Breeze.
Check.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
Check. 45 to Mike.
Watch the screen. You go 21.
45 to Mike.
20 seconds.
Breeze now on 1st down. And an alley to run. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. By Brady is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Bryant has it, and he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On the ground, this is Kamara. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A gain of 32 that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Brady now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
5-8.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Strip the ball.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
There's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
No. Off. 53 Lucky. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Here's Gurley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Gurley again here on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Hudson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play, and a Buccaneer first down. Throwing now is Brady.
Wait, Ben.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Hey, Charlie.
Breeze now. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Breeze. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Here's Breeze to throw. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely 1st down.
Easy, opposite.
Breeze going to throw here. Thomas has got it. Complete. 20. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they